What's going on, internet world? Figured I'd share a little story from yesterday. It's not political, it's not about cops or anything like that. It's totally work related. So, well, I'll tie it in slightly a little bit with my political belief. So in another video that I uploaded, I made mention that I'm not one for legislation and to be very careful with what you wish for about, making laws and stuff like that, and about how some jurisdictions have very high inspection rates as far as how much money it costs to get a permit and get inspections and yada yada blah blah, right? So I'm a contractor. I do various types of work. Like today, I'm gonna be grinding some stumps, doing some grading, build a retaining wall. But I trickle with the plumbing and things of that nature. So yesterday, my younger brother was out trying to find an underground fuel oil tank at a residence, and he sunk a probe down in attempts to find, like everybody else does. Well, there was an irrigation line, and our brand spanking new probe put a hole right in it. Water's going everywhere. So he called me. I told him, all right, go downstairs, find the water shut off inside the basement. Turn it. He did. Did the water stop? No. So the idiots that installed this irrigation line tied it in to the main going into the house with no way of turning it off. This irrigation line is roughly, about 15 inches or so in the ground, give or take. So that thought went through my mind like, man, there should have been an inspection on this, yada yada blah. It's like, nope, deep breath. Let me chill for a second. Started running through some scenarios in my head of times that homeowners have requested me to do something that would be more cosmetically appealing to the project at hand. Such as, well, can you try not to drill new holes through my wall kind of thing. And maybe that's what happened when this contractor installed this irrigation system. It's very possible. Contractors, I got a piece of advice that I think that everybody needs to hear. And homeowners, listen to this carefully as well. The customer is not always right. If there is a certain way to do the job, to make it right, that's the way it has to be done. Sometimes it takes more time. Sometimes that means, you're going to have to drill a new hole. So the entire irrigation system at this particular property, there is no shut-off valve, there's nothing. It's always pressurized. If the water meter is turned on at the street, that line is always pressurized. Under a tremendous amount of pressure too, by the way. That was some water pressure that I've never seen before. I'm actually probably shooting myself in the foot here a little bit, but it actually, for my couplings to take, and I was doing everything like I always have. I'm actually pretty good at plumbing. I'm not bad at it. It was my fourth attempt of getting it together without it blowing up. And I did everything, by how I've always done it. I've never had leaks like that. But finally, on the fourth attempt, I strained it and got the slip coupling to connect. But contractors, always remember that no, the customer is not always right. Homeowners, please, for the love of God, listen to us. And if you don't like an opinion of one, go find another and see if there's another way of doing it. That's the type of shit that causes permits and stuff to be done on some stupid shit. I found out about 10 years ago that you're supposed to pull a permit for an electric hot water install in Prince William County, Virginia. Natural gas, okay, I kind of get, pressure test line, stuff like that, but this is an electric one. I would love to hear the story on what caused that to have to go into fruition. I don't know if there's irrigation line installs. It's something that I don't do professionally, or permits for irrigation line installs. I don't know, but after seeing that, there was that part of me that was like, yeah, there probably ought to be. No. If you ever run another water line to your house, to a shed, for irrigation, another hose bib valve, or anything, you have to have a way of turning it off. And the best way to do that is to tie it into the water after it goes into the house. So that way, if there's ever a problem, you ever have a leak, you don't have to run out to the street and shut your meter down. What if you're on a well? Now you have to shut your well pump off if you can't find a valve to kill the water supply. Yes, does that mean you have to drill a hole through a wall? You do. It's just what it is. You want an irrigation system? It is what it is. This particular house had an unfinished basement. Center block wall. You poke a 1 1/4, 1.5 inch hole through, and then boom, you got your line. And you put a valve on it. So that way, if there's ever a problem, like a line bust or something. So during this whole debacle, because my brother was not able to open up the water meter, because again, somebody in their bright wisdom decided to pack it with dirt, and he didn't have the right tools to be able to turn that on. We had to call the water company to come out and turn that off. We're talking 400 gallons maybe of water total spilt out. Let that line freeze. Let that line freeze, and you're not at home. You'll have a pool in your basement. So yeah, homeowners, please, if you don't like what one contractor says, go find another, but there's a reason why things are done a certain way. You have to think about failure. You have to think about accidents. You have to have the ability to shut stuff off. Same with like natural gas lines and stuff like that. You need valves, because God help you if it's going and now you have to call the gas company to come shut the gas off because there's no fucking valves to do it. You're gonna blow up. You're gonna die. You don't need a county inspector to come out and okay your work for something like that. Use your brain. Contractors, if you don't know what you're doing, don't fuck with it. But if you have a homeowner that's adamant, and I've had homeowners adamant about me doing something that should not be done, I don't bend. I am there to protect them. I'm there to protect me. That's our job. This is what we do for a living. Do not do something stupid. Because then, if you're the type of contractor that does stupid shit like that, and then now all of a sudden there's inspections for every little aspect of your life, you're going to bitch about it, you're going to moan about it, you're going to have to raise your prices. Just don't do stupid shit. I don't know how else to say it, but just don't do stupid shit. And if you don't know what you're doing, call somebody that does. I don't know. I understand the concept, for instance, of how to fall a tree, but I'm not. It's not in my thing. It's something that I don't know how to do. I'll do it out in the middle of nowhere where there's nothing for me to hurt. There's been times that I've been doing it and I've come close to fucking shit up. It's something I don't do every day. So if I'm out in the middle of the woods or something like that, sure, I'll fall trees all day long. Get up by a house and something. Nope, I call the professionals. I know my lane and I stay in it. Contractors is what you need to do. Homeowners, listen to your contractors. And if you don't like their approach to it, ask the questions on why it has to go this way. And if you still don't like it, go get another opinion. It's that simple. It's that simple. You don't need codes and inspections on an irrigation line. But That's going to come. If more of these things bust and there's no way of turning them off, counties are going to come together and say, and again, I don't know for sure if you need an inspection or not. Let me lie to you. I don't know. I would assume that you don't. It's not a major thing. It's not a fire sprinkler. It's not a safety thing. However, if there's not inspections, it's going to come down the pike if shit like this keeps happening. So, be smart. Don't do dumb shit. Stay in your lane. Stay good at what you're good at. Stay doing that. If plumbing's not your thing, don't fuck with it. And please, for the love of God, don't install a water line to a fucking main with no way of turning it off. That's stupid. Love y'all.